Hi, everyone. It was an extremely impressive reversal in the overall market today. Like I have been saying, the put call has been over one, I believe, for 4 days in a row, around 1.5. The investors' intelligence, I believe, has fallen to bullishness right around sub 40%. The amount of people that are looking for a correction within that investors' intelligence survey is right at 1983 peak. So it's been a long time since this many people have been looking for a correction. And on that note, we can look at the New York Stock Exchange, see that huge intraday reversal, see that we're closing higher than where we opened following that huge intraday reversal on heavier volume. That was basically led by the oil reversal. Obviously, and what's funny is that I was talking to somebody last night and I told them, somebody who was 100% sure, oil's going to fall further. God, I wish I had, capital that I could just go against you and not care about it, and I would buy oil stocks in the morning. Had you done that early in the day, intraday, you would have looked like an idiot, but by the end of the day, huge reversal on huge volume. I don't see how we can really go any lower from these levels in the short term. However, if we're really going into a deflationary market, world economy, I mean, anything can happen. So we have to just realize day one, ERX, what is the other one? I'm looking at XLE, I guess, is really the energy one that everybody follows. I always do the leveraged ones. But then on top of that, the NASDAQ also, huge intraday reversal. Didn't close higher, but well off the lows and well above the open on huge volume, the biggest volume yet this year. So quite impressive reversal. Can't fight that. The Russell 2000, I know you can't see the volume here, but it too was huge, and it was actually up 1%, 1.02%. And you can look at the IWM and see the huge volume there. And it can be seen, I believe, in the VXF, yes, and then the IJR, and then the VB. These are all small cap related ETFs. Just huge volume across the board in these. So pretty huge confirmation that the market might not want to go lower. And with the IWM and the overall Russell 2000, the Russell 2000, if we go here, we can see that it's closing above its 5-day moving average. And the SRTY, which we are long, closing below the 5-day moving average. This is going to be a 25% sell today. So I'm going to be taking off 25% of that position. And now what I want to do on things like BIS that suffered a big reversal, I want to go ahead and set sell stops. So 25% of the position will be sold with a move below the 5-day moving average. Another 25% will be sold with a move below the 10. And another quarter of that position with the move below the 20, with my final cut loss at the 50-day moving average. And that's how I'm going to structure SPXS. If you were long SOXS in full amounts, congratulations, very small position. And how I'm going to treat all the others like SDOW, what have you. So look, once again, look at that huge reversal on big volume. It's just something you don't want to fight. There's the DIA, Dow Jones Industrial Average, huge reversal. Now, with all this being said, the futures after hours are actually lower by about 0.75% because Netflix blew up after hours, down 25%, giving you a clear signal that the market is not safe yet. When you take that combined with Apple's intraday reversal, but now breaking the 50-day moving average, I didn't even know it reversed that much intraday. It's an overall, market where now we're starting to see the last leaders hold up, like Apple and Facebook, start to sell off. But good intraday reversals today, but it isn't convincing yet. And as you see with the TSV and MACD, for instance, in Facebook, they're not rounding up, suggesting that there's still downside pressure even with the rallies today. The only thing I can say is, since we didn't look at that, is that the NASDAQ, it isn't rounding up yet. But you can see we're extremely oversold on these oscillators, and Russell 2000 extremely oversold too. So a bounce has to be recognized here. But remember, today is just day one. It's nothing more, nothing less. The good news for bulls is I saw some bullish patterns emerge out there. TTM, QLYS broke out from its consolidation. PTX continued. TKMR is setting up for a potential breakout. ANGI is coming off the lows. PPC, a food and beverage meat product company, which isn't that great, really, bouncing off 50-day moving average to the pocket pivot point signal. And there are plenty of stocks that I saw put pretty bullish reversals in intraday-wise. So while Goldman Sachs, even sold off huge volume, big intraday reversal. Back not so much. WFC, big intraday reversal. Morgan Stanley, big intraday reversal right at the 200-day moving average on all this, and that's where the NASDAQ 100 I want to show you, right at the 200-day moving average. So even with Netflix gapping down, it's still an open book. And that's why we actually do have a new long signal tonight. But once again, we don't have a follow through day. Breakouts. Look what FRGI, for instance, did today. It didn't fall through immediately, kind of reversed its breakout. So it really hasn't been clean going, I guess you could say, with these like STRP, DPW even pulled back today, and those are like recent good stocks we're watching. But ENTA, high quality biotechnology firm, huge earnings and sales growth, up over 1,000% each in the most recent quarter. Estimates for the rest of the year are very high. Earnings, I don't believe, are until late November, early December. And also next year's EPS estimates are absolutely huge. So this feels like, if we are going to bounce, I even have TSV and MACD confirming with relative strength and money stream, everything confirming. Pocket pivot point signals galore lately that if we're going to get long, this is the safest bet. But what I will do, immediately after going long, sell stops can be set at 41.49 for half of the position, and then with a close below the a close below the 50-day moving average, you can get rid of the rest, or even a sell stop below the 50-day moving average on the other half to get you out in case this does not move higher immediately. And even if it does move down and then reverses back higher, that's not how it should act with this signal. It should immediately follow through with a signal like this, especially considering its action over the past 2 weeks in a market that's been selling off. So extremely bullish relative strength. We'll see if ENTA works. Just 2% of the account capital are going to ride cash high until we do get a fall through day. But like I said, a lot of bullish reversals out there. So I'm going to keep my eye out for further, reversal progress. I mean, Baidu, even VIPS, we fully sold off. Pretty nice reversal today. NTS retaking its 50-day moving average. So the Chinese stocks, my FXP short, it sure ain't doing much. So it's, this market may have already worn itself out on the downside. I just don't think we can rally to new highs by the end of the year following all this technical damage. Cash is still king. Today is just day one. Thank you.